Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It feels kind of strange being on this side of the camera. I debated about whether to do this, but decided to go ahead. I wanted to share a craft with you. I'm going to take you into my craft room here in a minute and show you something, but I needed to give you the background of it first. About 6.5 years ago, we had a tragedy. We lost our youngest son to a motorcycle accident. He was 23. His name was Casey, and I want to show you. There's Casey. So when we lost Casey, we decided that we wanted to give back in some way. So we decided to form an organization called Casey's Kicks. As you saw, Casey was very musically inclined, but we decided to do something that was a necessity instead. We talked about musical scholarships, but he loved shoes. When the East Bay catalog would come in the mail, he would run to the mailbox and circle all the different shoes that he wanted. He was very particular about his shoes and always wanted the best of shoes. And so that's what we went with, was we decided to buy shoes for the needy. So what we do is, we live in a very small town. We live in a town actually live out in the country, about 5 miles from a town that's about 5,500 people. So every year we have an annual fundraiser, and people come from all around. Last year we raised $13,000, which is pretty good for a small town like that. And we give it back to the area's schools. But I make the centerpieces for the annual fundraiser. And so I wanted to show you what I do and share with you about why I do it. Giving back is huge for me. God designed us to give back, and it makes us feel better. He designed us to release endorphins when we do give back, and so that we will do that and help each other. And so I wanted to share that with you. I don't let the tragedy define me. We've had a lot of tragedies happen since then. When I was 17, my dad was electrocuted and lost both arms, and then he lived to be 72, but then died in a fire because he couldn't open the door to get out. So we've had several years of tragedy here, but you can't let it define you. And you can't, you have to get up whenever life kicks you in the teeth. You have to get up. And so I just wanted to share that with you and encourage you that if you're going through something difficult, you have to keep fighting. So let's go in my craft room and I'll show you what I'm going to make. Okay, so I'm back in my craft room now, and I want to show you what I did. I went several years ago. This is our 6th year for this. So I went several years ago and bought shoes at some yard sales and Goodwill and wherever. And I make the centerpieces out of shoes. Now, they need revamped every year, of course, because they're in storage and they get smashed, and you know how that is. So what I'm doing is refreshing them. Some of them I'm taking completely apart. But so I took this one apart and cleaned it up. And I bought this one just because it was different and it looks, you know, looks kind of cool on a centerpiece of a table. Red and white would not be the color scheme that I would choose for this, but we do an Italian meal. Spaghetti was his favorite, so we do an Italian meal. And so red and white check tablecloth, you know, because of the Italian thing is what we go with. So that's why I go with the red and white. So I'm going to take a piece of this netting here that comes in a roll like this. I'm going to take a piece of this netting here and tie it around here and give it a little texture at the end here. And kind of hold that florist foam in. I put florist foam all in the shoe to hold the flowers that I'm going to put in there. So, do we want a bow on this? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of like that. And I'll hide some of this back in here too. And let me show you what I do. I do this with several different things that I make. But I take tissue paper and I cut it in squares. Now, most generally the squares are about this size. Depends on what I'm doing. But this is like, what, maybe two and a half. Yeah, 2, 3, about 3 inches wide square. And so what I do is I take these floral picks. You get these at Walmart or in the floral department. And I take a couple of these. Let me get some of this. I've got so much junk around here, I can't move. I take a couple of these. I turn this one upside right, facing up, and then I face this one down so that they're kind of, and then I kind of turn them like this. Take my hand and kind of do this. And then I take that pick and push it through there. And then I'll push it in here and then kind of fluff this out. And it hides that floral foam. And I'll do that a couple places, and then I'll stick the flowers in. So the fundraiser is this Saturday. Casey would have been 30 on Sunday, the 12th. We always have the fundraiser around his birthday. But we always have it on a Saturday night, of course, because, people are more apt to come. We have a silent auction, and we have a spaghetti. Well, we have a pasta dinner. We have spaghetti and lasagna, and it's kind of a well-oiled machine. We have a lot of volunteers, and I take care of the table centerpieces, and then I also take care of the entertainment because I sing and play guitar, and so all the musicians, I know all the musicians in town, so we all get together and play music and put on a little show. So it's just a nice evening, and like I said, we always raise at least $10,000 or have so far in the past. So I hope we do that well this year. We'll see. I just was on Facebook just a few minutes ago with someone asking me if I would buy some school shoes for a kid that is in need. So what normally happens, though, is the schools have this fund, and then the teachers will recognize, they'll say this child's come to school and with shoes that are falling apart or whatever. And so then, this is kind of sticking up a little bit too much to suit me. So then the school has the fund, and they'll either, some schools have like a closet full of shoes that they go buy. I know the elementary school in Sullivan, they have the principal goes online and buys a bunch of shoes off of Amazon, and then the kid basically gets to go in and shop for what shoes they want, which is really cool. Sometimes they just find the size and go buy the shoes. I will go buy the shoes. That's what I usually do. I'll go get them. Because sometimes you just want to be careful that, sometimes they get taken back for the cash and that kind of thing. So you have to be careful. You know how that is. In any organization, you got to be good stewards of the funds. So that's what we try to do. It's needing a little more green in it, I think. I know this is not journal related at all, but it is still a craft, and my husband said, "Do you really want to do that on your channel? That's not, that's not really journal related." And I said, "Yeah, I do. My channel is not going to be completely journal related. I mean, the majority of it is, but I like to do other things once in a while, and I just thought I would share this with you. You can always click off, if you get bored. But I thought several of you might want to see it. So I'm just taking that tissue paper. I think it's building. I think it's going to be cute. Needs some more greenery. Definitely need more greenery. Let's stick a piece. I pull flowers apart all the time. Stick that in there. Yeah, I like that better. Kind of pull that around. It's kind of peeking out. See, that's showing on the side, so I'm going to take some more tissue paper. I'll tell you something else that's a good filler is like shredded grass, paper grass. I've got one down here. I'll show you that if I want to hide something, sometimes I'll do that. That's pretty good to hide it, see? That hides it pretty good. I think I would need another piece of my netting here. I'll cut another piece of it. I'll stick another piece of it, just if nothing else for texture here. Kind of flimsy. I wish it were a little sturdier. Stick my pin through that. Yeah, that gives a little texture there. Oop. There we go. So, there you go. There's one centerpiece done. Kind of hard to see at this angle, I think. But I want to show you this next one because it's kind of cool. This is donated from the Indiana Pacers. And I don't know what size it is, but it's big. And so I've had these in the past. They donated these early on. So as you can see, I've got the black shredded paper in there, and that kind of helps hide that. So let's build it up real quick here. I don't want to bore you. Might even stick that out the back. Let's stick that out the back. Yeah, I like that. See? Kind of hides that. There's a hole there. See? So it's kind of hiding that in there. We could take some, I have some black. Let's do that. Let's take some of this black netting. Don't look at all my junk over here. What a mess. Yeah, let's do this. Let's see here. Maybe come through the loop in the back. Come up under that. Yeah, let's do that. Gives it a little color and texture. Hide some of that back here a little bit. Now we can build on that, see? Now we can build on that. So I'll work on this and I'll come back. So the great big shoe is done. And now I'm getting ready to work on a little red boot that needs redone. You can see how I had tied some of that black netting around and then put a little polka dot ribbon here and a rose there. And you can see I've taken it out to redo it because it's needing to be redone. So I'm just gonna build it up real quick here. Oh, my flowers are falling apart. These flowers need to be replaced too. That's for sure. I'm adding some new ones in, but a lot of these are old. It needs to be replaced. But I'll tell you, got these at Dollar General, or I'm sorry, Dollar Tree. And they were pretty nice. I liked them. Can't beat the price on them, that's for sure. So I'm going to stick a couple of those in there. And they look awful cute when you get the tables all set up and you've got these, you know, these little red boots and these silver high heels sitting around. For what it is, I mean, you wouldn't do it for a dinner party, of course, but for what it is, they look cute. I'll put another one of these in there. I don't know if all of you heard me say, I said it on the video the other day, that I got the name Casey Lane from Casey. Now, Casey's name was C-A-S-E-Y, but I had shortened it to the KC, initials KC, for my channel of Casey Lane, because I walk down Casey Lane quite a bit. I did that because, you know, I want to get some tags made up for like purses, and I make aprons and that kind of thing, and I want it to be visually appealing, you know, and I thought maybe KC would be easier to put on tags and stuff, so that's why I went with the initials KC. But that's why I named my YouTube channel that. Just thought I would share. You know, I don't know how this will go over. I'm really kind of worried, you know, because people may unsubscribe because I'm talking about this, or because I'm not doing a journal craft this time, which I'll go right back. I got that boho journal I'm getting ready to do, but I don't think it's a big deal to do a video that's different once in a while. I would love to see you all, see your face once in a while. Okay, I think that was kind of cute. I thought I might put some white in there, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just leave that one all red. I think it's cute. Okay. I think I'll just insert a picture of all the finished ones here when I get them done, and I will come back in a few days and we'll go back to the boho journal. Thanks for letting me share this with you guys. I appreciate it. It's not an easy thing, and I'm certainly not alone in this. The stats of people that have parents that have lost children it's unreal. So I know I'm not alone. So, but thank you for letting me share this with you. I appreciate it, and I may try to even take a little video of the event Saturday and post it. So thanks for hanging with me. I'll talk to you later. Bye.